Hi viewers, I'm Shabani Bhatia and welcome to EdWalk. We welcome you on this exclusive segment where we bring you interviews with toppers and rank holders and get to know their tips, tricks and secrets of passing with flying colors. So today, let's get started. We have Aditya Agarwal with us. Hi Aditya. Well,
Hi,
you're
Shab-
seriously a dream come true for many when you look at your academic qualifications and all that you've achieved. Here, clearly, if I think of and look at your LinkedIn profile, मुझे एक हिंदी मूवी कालिया का डायलॉग याद आता है एंड आई एम श्योर यू फील द सेम व्हेन यू फील जहां मैं खड़ा होता हूँ लाइन वहीं से शुरू होती है. It's so aptly, describing your qualifications and achievements here. So tell us, do you feel the same and how's the journey been so far?
Hi, Shavani. First of all, thank you for such a glorious introduction, and very kind one at that. Uh, I guess I just feel nice about the way things have panned out till this point of time in my life, and hopefully the good run continues for the next coming years as well. So obviously, it's a good feeling to have been able to do well and make most of the opportunities that I have been awarded in life, and hopefully, yeah, that continues.
Well, Aditya, whatever you might say is not child's play. So you've really cracked the code. So here, tell all the students who are preparing very hard, what are those tips and tricks that they should really swear by?
Okay. Uh, so I would say that largely there are three things which would go into, you know, delivering to your potential. And I would say the first thing is a mental unlock which needs to happen, which is to start believing that, let's say, people who are achieving a particular kind of result that a student might aspire for, right? Believing that those people are not different from them. Like I remember when I was in my college first year in IIT, and I looked at someone's GPA and they told me the GPA was 9.5, and I just thought they were aliens, right? Who would get that kind of a GPA? And at the end of my 4 years, I had a number which was higher than that. But what I just realized that it was just an incremental effort which went into it, and breaking down the problem into small bits helped. So don't think of the final goal as something which is unattainable. Break it down into smaller parts and just get to it. So that would be very clear step number one. I think step number two is to know that trying to achieve one thing comes at a sacrifice of some of the other things. So it's a lot about prioritization. Uh, you cannot. I mean,
Right.
I remember this one quote which I had read somewhere, which was very simply, you can have it all, but not all at once. So I think it's just about when you are in a particular place, like let's say IIT, and here a college like that has 100 opportunities to offer to you. So you got to prioritize on what are two three things that you want to really make the most of, and realize that for the other 20 things that you are there, life is long and you can actually get to them later as well. So that would be the second thing on just prioritization. And I think the third thing really would be to have fallback mechanisms. I think it's very hard for one to keep motivating own self, right? Obviously results are a good motivator, but having a great peer group, having friends and family who support and believe in you, I think is also important. So having that support system is very helpful.
No, so what you mentioned, support is very, very important. And here, let me go a little more macro and not just look at friends and family. There are a lot of students out there who don't have that kind of guidance, which a lot of us have been privileged with. So tell me, in this context, how has online been useful in your case, and what all did you use when it comes to management along with engineering?
Okay. So I think it's a very pertinent point, and especially like while I had a lot of support from my ecosystem in my early days when I was doing my engineering, but as one moves more towards specialization, it's hard to find so many people in your direct network to help you out. So in all of this, like the increasing amount of online
Absolutely.
resources that are there have been pretty helpful. So perhaps not so much during my engineering days, because that was like about 6 to 10 years ago when online was still developing. But just after that, since 2015, I think I've been pretty active in looking at online resources. So it came with the different smaller YouTube channels. So I remember actually, and I still subscribe to a lot of preparation channels for UPSC, which are very helpful to get current affairs in a capsule format. So both in terms of video resources and text resources,
Right.
and to name a couple in text resources, like Vision IAS is a great resource. Insights on India is again another something that I personally prefer, and I'm sure like now there are 20 more. In video, I remember watching Runal sir's videos on YouTube, which are pretty helpful and even now give a very good insight into covering a topic of general affairs very quickly and understanding the world around. So that's been there. Now, as I've pivoted more towards the management side, uh, there are again very specific sources of information which are pretty helpful in keeping me updated. So to name a few, right? So I'm interested in startups. So your story is a great way to keep in touch with what's happening, life of founders and companies in general. FinShots, which some of my seniors have developed, is again like a brilliant resource to understand financial concepts in a easy to understand format. The Ken has been making rounds and making impact quite a bit. So, and beyond that, there are a lot of video resources,
Yeah.
like channels of Financial Times, the YouTube channel of Financial Times, the YouTube channel of Bloomberg. These are some very useful resources for anyone to understand. And I think content has also matured over a period of time. I've actually seen how some of the videos initially used to be more
Yeah.
informative, and now when you actually read about, let's say, if you're watching a Bloomberg video about a company's history, they almost make it like a Bollywood movie, right? The characters, they make it come alive. So it becomes very easy to watch. In fact, I've pivoted from watching Netflix to
Right.
some of these videos, which are very helpful. So I think that's the long and short of
Yeah.
it, of how content has been helpful.
Yeah, and the best part is you learn along with the videos. But
Absolutely.
Aditya, here, tell me, you've named a lot of them there, and the ones who
Hmm.
are actually into it would get the time. But here, if someone wants to aspire to be a management consultant and do what you're doing right now the best, which are the top three picks that Aditya watches early in the morning before he's at work?
So I think two things that I watch. So again, I these are not resources which come up like on a daily basis. So they would just pop up on my YouTube
Yeah,
feed. So whenever there's an interesting video from CNBC, Financial Times, and The Economist, so these would be my three go-to YouTube pages really to get
yeah.
information. And in terms of text, I think the Ken and FinShots both send out daily news articles out there. So that's something that I definitely cover every day.
Great. And Aditya, this is something we'll actually note down and let all the viewers know. But what you've done with flawless ease and you make it sound so simple, tell us for the ones who are preparing, how do you manage the stress? You are very busy to catch for this interview. I know how many times I had to get in touch with you, and I understand there's a lot of stress. Now, with that plethora of options that you come with digital and even otherwise, how do you manage this hard-paced life?
I think I'm still learning how to be honest, uh, because work culture is still new for me. But I think I'll go back to point number three, which I mentioned, right? That I think the easiest, I think it's a mix of point number one and point number three. Point number one, wherein I said that, things are not impossible. So I think this realization that I'm not the first person or the last person to go through this level of stress, I think is an important reminder for me on a daily basis. And the aspect that then knowing that there are others, so reaching out to those people proactively. And here it's not just people that you know directly. A lot of online platforms like LinkedIn, for example, right? You can actually reach out to people that you see online and aspire to be like, and try to understand their journey and how they have handled the hurdles along the way. So that's pretty helpful to manage and navigate your way around.
So before I let you go, Aditya, just tell us going forward, what is e-learning going to look like? And you mentioned how the content has evolved and you've seen it over the years. Going forward, what's your perspective and where do we see you next in the 5 to 10 years?
Wow, I think that both these questions are tough ones. So I'll probably take a crack at the first one, which is how I see e-learning evolving, and that's really how I have seen and the kind of content I engage with more. So I think simplifying things, and I think making them more bite-sized, easier to understand, and more entertaining would be the way
Yeah.
forward. Rather than focusing on information overload, focusing on lesser information but presenting it in a manner that can be retained would be, I think, something which I think more and more content developers are also working on, and we'll see more. That would be one. And in terms of personal goals, I'm not sure. I genuinely am now taking 1 week at a time to see how things pan out.
Well, great. Thank you so much, Aditya. It was a pleasure speaking to you, and those key takeaways are a lot to take forward when it comes to our viewers. I want to leave you with a special note that I don't know whether I mentioned at the beginning, but here Aditya is IIM Ahmedabad rank 1 and Engineering IIT rank 2. So you have a lot of badges attached to yourself, and the list could just be endless. We'd love to be in touch, and thank you so much once again.